Kevin Holland, Marvin Vettori, take a minute, guys, and ask yourself a question. Is Kevin Holland making the right choice in this regard? Coming back this quickly, not having time to have worked on his skills, which were exposed, and doing it at 185 pounds, a weight class that he verbally left. Now, I bring that to you because once you say something, it has power. When Kevin Holland said, these guys are too big for me, that now becomes a reality where you can't just go, I take it back, they're not too big, right? I mean, it's just something Kevin's going to have to deal with. I'm just asking you the question because it's a very cool move that Kevin's doing this. It's very on brand. In all fairness, Vettori gets credit too. I mean, Vittori's taking a new opponent on short notice. But focus on Holland just for a moment. And when I say he got exposed, that sounds like tough rhetoric, but in fairness, he did get exposed, and not just to us and to his opponents that can now attempt to mimic a blueprint that was effective, but to himself. He now sees where his problems are. And I will tell you one thing about Holland that I really firmly believe, which is mentally, he can make a big physical difference. And I'm not the guy that's trying to sell you a book of self-help on Amazon and tells you that the mind controls everything. That's a bunch of crap. In Kevin Holland's instance, though, the reason I will make that argument is because he cooperated greatly with Brunson. Brunson had an idea and initiated a takedown, and partway through the defense mechanisms, Holland decided, hey, that's a good idea. Let's take it to the ground. He cooperated, thinking he could find a submission or thinking that he could do more damage on the ground. I share that with you because this blueprint we're talking about on Holland could have torn that thing up himself. I don't know what his mindset is, but if he has the right mindset, which is to look back and say, you know what, it's really hard and really rare to win a fight from your back. I need to focus on position. He can avoid those positions more than your eyes might have shown you. Your eyes would have told you that Derek's taking him down at will. That isn't what happened. Brunson did a good job with the setups. Brunson did a good job with the entries. He did a good job of getting position, but then Holland cooperated. I've got to keep using that word because you really have to understand that Kevin Holland is not as easy to take down as it appeared. He agreed with his opponent that, yes, let's take this to the ground. More action can happen here. I bring that to you because I'm not as concerned about that for Holland, about the giving up of position and the losing of rounds by Holland. I believe that was a one-night mistake that he's going to look back on and be very grateful as long as he takes the correct takeaways, which are the ones that I'm stating. Now it comes down to the other obstacle, which is he said 85-pounders are too big. I want to go to 170. Did he, even in the interim, even in the very short period of time, begin to change his lifestyle? Did he change his diet? Did he begin to do different exercises to take some weight off? And now he's got to stop all of that and try to get back. Am I likely making too much of the weight? No, I am not. I am spot on with this. Because Holland has put out there into the world, which means it's in his world, in his head, that 85-pounders are too big. I will also share with you the only place that Holland is going to feel size and the only place that size matters in a fight is with the grappling. It does not matter with the striking. Punches might be a little harder, but they come out a little slower. It's a very fair trade. It's a wash there. But if you get somebody on top of you, boy, Kevin Holland's really going to feel that size. And Vettori will surprise you. I want you guys to really keep your eye on Marvin. Marvin will surprise you. Not just angry Marvin that's so damn entertaining, but Marvin has skills. And I think that Marvin possibly showed that best in his last fight, guys, because don't forget, that was his entry into the 5-round club. And he entered the 5-round club on short notice. That's the real key that you have to make sure that you shine up Marvin Vettori's wheels with. He took that fight on short notice, stepped in and went the extra 10 minutes, which represents another 80%. He essentially did 2 fights in one night. Very incredible thing. Very rare club that he's in. Very tough test that he passed. And Vettori's only going to be more ready, but the one thing with Vettori's skills, man, he'll hurt you with the hands. Don't buy into this whole Marvin Vettori's got to grapple you. It's not true. Marvin Vettori could avoid grappling all night, only go with the hands, and get great results. I mean, I'm just sharing with you. I talk about the hands, I'm talking about stand-up fight, I'm talking about the kicks, I'm talking about the knees, the elbow, I'm talking about the stand-up portion of it. But I don't know where Vettori's strengths are. I don't even know how I would label him. I think you guys label that he's very good with positions, very good top fighter. I'm sharing that is a short-minded view. If you watch more of the body work of Marvin Vettori, he's just a fighter. I mean, he's a brawler. He's going to bring anger. He's going to bring emotion. Just going to make him meaner. He wants mean moves. Everything he does, he's got bad intentions. He wants to hurt you. He'll kick you in the leg, hope that your nose breaks. I mean, he's just got bad intentions. Holland's a little bit more thought out. Holland's a little bit more methodical. Holland had a very bad strategy against Derek Brunson, and I don't want to take away from Brunson. Brunson had an overwhelming wrestling game, an overwhelming strategy, and Brunson, who's been in main events before, also understood time and space a little bit better. I want to give Brunson the credit. But Brunson's doing just fine. He got his hand raised. We got to worry about the guy that was wounded, which was Kevin Holland. What's going to be different? What changes are going to be different? What did he learn? Because Vettori very much is one of those fights, particularly with the setting of this fight, A, B, C. He is going to have eyeballs like he has never had before. And there's no telling, if Holland likes being the annoying guy that talks nonstop, he might come out and just do that again and just stick it in front of the world's eyes. I don't know, shove it up everybody's ass. I don't know Holland well enough. He might do that. I think he's probably going to make some changes, including that. They call it Holland wanted to entertain you all. I don't think he wanted to annoy any of you. So he's likely to listen to that. But you see where there's questions here. And Holland can do a very good job keeping space on his feet. He has a sidekick. He will telegraph it. He will turn sideways. If you watch 3-4 of his fights, you're going to know when it's coming. But then he's going to throw those long leg, kick you right in the breadbasket. It's a very effective tool to keep a guy at bay, not to mention knock the wind out of him. And Holland will swarm. Holland's a bit of a brawler himself, right? You got angry Marvin and charismatic Holland. Man, they're the same guy. They both are dirty, nasty cage fighters. This is a brawl. Don't make any mistake about that. Kevin Holland doesn't get known as that because he's fun and playful. He is in there. You go watch some of those series, even that Holland had against Derek Brunson, on the feet when he swarmed him. Well, those are Street Fighter moves. Well, those punches he was throwing, those are Street Fighter punches. Those were not trained and technical and precise. This is going to be a brawl. That I'm going to share with you. I'm going to encourage you to throw both of their last fights out. I think that even the praise that you would give Vettori, I think that you're missing where the praise should go, which is the heart and grit and determination of a true competitor who stepped in on short notice, who is being rewarded for that with a main event on ABC, taking on a guy who appears to be in a little bit of a limbo internally, appears to have a little bit of internal turmoil. I'm talking about Holland here in terms of what weight class should he go. But we know what weight class this is. We now need to adopt and adapt the styles around it, which starts with Kevin Holland not cooperating.